The jury in the Bill Cosby sexual assault trial is still deliberating at this hour. The case went to the jury late Monday. The comedian and actor is accused of drugging and assaulting a woman at his Philadelphia home in 2004. Senior correspondent Rick Leventhal is monitoring the jury developments tonight in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Rick.
Good evening, Brett. Roughly 11 hours of deliberations so far, interrupted by 4 separate questions from the jury. 2 of them focused on Bill Cosby's own words from depositions that he gave more than a decade ago when the alleged victim, Andrea Constant, first came forward with allegations that the man she considered a mentor gave her pills to knock her out and then sexually assaulted her. Cosby's lawyers say the comedian and Constant, an employee with the Temple University basketball program at the time, had a relationship and that the act was consensual. But prosecutors say there was no consent if a person is unconscious, and that the Cosby's act was part of a pattern of behavior. There are at least 50 women who've come forward to make similar claims over incidents they say happened over the past 40 years. The prosecution wanted to call a dozen of them. Only one of those women was actually allowed to testify in this case, in which Cosby faces 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault and could spend up to 10 years in prison on each count if convicted. The defense rested its case after 6 minutes yesterday, in part because they say the judge wouldn't let them call a witness who claims Constant told her that Cosby assaulted her and then said that he didn't assault her. Listen.
Andrea Constant said it did happen to her.
She said
said it didn't happen.
Said it did not happen to her.
She said it did.
First she said it did, then she came back and said, if it happened to you, you should report it to the authorities. She said, no, it did not happen to me, and never reported. And then she looked at the news a year later after Andrea Constant left, and Andrea had filed claims against Bill Cosby.
Earlier today, the attorney Gloria Allred, who represents that other woman who was allowed to testify in this case, said the jury has all the evidence it needs.
We have Mr. Cosby's own admission under oath that he provided 3 pills, that she didn't consent, Andrea, that he found Andrea Constant to be truthful.
One more thing, Cosby's spokespeople say that he's in very good spirits, and we wanted to show you just how good of a spirit he's in as he was walking out of this courthouse last night. So the jury continues its deliberations here. If Cosby is convicted on these counts, each count carries up to 10 years in prison and a $25,000 fine. Of course, Brett, we will be here to bring you the verdict if and when it happens.
And we'll bring that breaking news if it happens. Rick Leventhal, thank you.